Overdrive pedal shootout. This is Guitar in the Real World. Hi guys, Tim here. Now, we all know that there are countless boutique pedals out there. The last 10, 15, 20 years there's been a real proliferation of boutique gear, whether it's guitars, pedals or amps. So I thought I'd just do a little run through a comparison of 3 different overdrive pedals which sort of are in a similar kind of sonic part of the palette, if you will. None of them are actually manufactured anymore. The first one is the Keeley modified Boss Blues Driver, the Keeley modified Boss Super Overdrive, and the limited edition original Andy Timmons BB preamp from Xotic. So all these pedals I bought about 10 years ago, and I've used them all to some degree or other. What I was kind of thinking with this little demo was, people always demo new gear, what's the most up-to-date piece of gear that you can get your hands on. Of course, the second-hand market is a great place to go if you're looking for gear that is still really high quality but just slightly cheaper. So I would say that hopefully the idea of this demo is to let people hear what these 3 pedals sound like up against each other and see if the characteristics that they impart to your sound can be of any use to you. What I will say is that because the Keeley pedals aren't made anymore, they're the sort of thing that may actually end up becoming more sought after and become more expensive as time goes on. But you never know, you might find if you're in the second-hand market you can pick these pedals up for less than they originally went for. There is still an Xotic BB preamp. There is still, I think they still do the Andy Timmons version, but a more upgraded model. So yeah, check these pedals out, see what you think of them. I'm running them straight into my Axe 8, no amps involved here, and I'm using a Clean Twin patch and a Badger 18 patch. So you've got 2 different amp characteristics. The Badger is kind of a modern, smoother plexi, but I haven't got much gain on it. It just gives you a bit more of that characteristic. Okay, cheers guys. Okay, so here we are with our little layout for the pedal shootout. So we have the Keeley modded Blues Driver, the Keeley modded Super Overdrive, and the original limited edition Andy Timmons BB preamp. I'm going through the Axe 8 on a Fender Twin sound. I'm just going to play some chords so you can hear on the neck pickup here how it sounds without the Okay, now with the Blues Driver. Now with the Super Overdrive. Now with the BB. As you can tell, they've all got different characters. Really, I'm just going to play a bit, and you should be able to hear the kind of different characteristics that each pedal has. They're all pretty much sort of low to medium gain, lowest gain, medium to higher gain. And the BB does have quite a lot of gain on tap, but this one in particular is smoother than the standard BB. So let's I'll just play some sort of single note stuff on the neck pickup. So different characteristics, even when the gain is round about the same area. This one has got much more mid-range to it. It's much more tube screamery, but this has a certain amount of mid-range to it as well, which is a bit more martially maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually demonstrate these on a patch, different patch as well. So this is the Sir Badger, which is a slightly more gainy plexi type of thing, but it's not gained up. It's slightly dirty. Add some So you can hear that when you're going through a slightly more driven amp, just those settings add a bit more welly to it. Again, this is no pedal. Each of the pedals. Okay, so if we go back to using the pedals in conjunction with the totally clean twin sound, I mean, I tend to find in particular, the BB's quite nice at just developing a more Marshall-esque tone. The blues drive is really good for just creating more of a crunchy kind of, almost like, you know, think about sort of that 1990s Wayne Krantz sound. Sort of adds a bit of edge to that fundamentally Fender-esque sound. This one, it's a really good pedal, but I find it, I tend not to use it very much because it just seems to add a bit too much mid-range in an area that I don't like. It makes it sound a bit more like that. Then let's just do the same sort of thing with this one. Do all those same things with the Sir amp now. Essentially what I've tried to do with just this quick demo is to get these pedals sounding as close as I can get them to sound, sort of similar amounts of gain, so that you can just hear the different characteristic rather than going, oh yeah, this is how much gain you can get out of each pedal. It's a case of, you know, you can get more of this tonal shape out of them, I guess. So I'll just try and compare the actual sort of raw sound again now. So back on the neck pickup. And then let's just go onto the bridge pickup and see how that sounds. So. Of course, just for reference, I should tell you that I do have a humbucker on the bridge of this. This is a Demarcio chopper, so it's not particularly high output, but it does have a bit more mid-range than a single coil and a bit more output. And then these other two pickups are Demarcio Area 58s, the noiseless ones, which some people hate, but I quite like them. So there we go. Hopefully that will give you an insight into these pedals. None of these are actually produced anymore. Yeah, so enjoy.